What is the value of the expression 3 squared plus 15 divided by 3 then times 5? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? 95% of people get to read and choose the wrong answer. Let's dive in and break it down step by step together. To solve this question, many people start by calculating 3 squared first, and instead of the original expression, they rewrite it as 9 plus 15 divided by 3 multiplied by 5. And the next step, they usually perform the addition between 9 and 15 and simplify this expression to 24 divided by 3 multiplied by 5. Then, they proceed by doing the division between 24 and 3, which gives them 8 multiplied by 5. And finally, they multiply 8 by 5, which ends up with the answer 40. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option D is the correct answer to this question. But I have to say we were tricked and it's not the correct answer to this question. Also, some other people when solving this question first go for the expression 3 squared and they simplify to 9 plus 15 divided by 3 multiplied by 5. And the next step, they usually go for the multiplication between 3 and 5 because they think multiplication has priority over division. So, they rewrite this expression as 9 plus 15 divided by 15. Next, they perform the division between 15 and 15 since they believe division has priority over addition. And they rewrite this expression as 9 plus 1, which ultimately gives them the answer 10. And immediately, they conclude that option B is the correct answer to this question. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. Alright, now let me walk you through a step by step how to solve this expression correctly. To solve this question, we must follow the PEMDAS rule step by step. We should perform these operations exactly in order from top to bottom step by step. Alright, as you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have an exponent, then an addition sign, followed by a division, and finally a multiplication. We should start with the exponent, because in this expression, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplifies to 9 plus 15 divided by 3 multiplied by 5. And the next step, we need to handle the division and multiplication, since multiplication and division have higher priority than addition. However, it's very important to note that multiplication and division have equal precedence. In this situation, the best thing to do is to start from the left side of the expression and move toward the right, performing division and multiplication in order. So, first we perform the division between 15 and 3, and this expression simplifies to 9 plus 5 multiplied by 5. In the final step, we do the multiplication between 5 and 5, which gives us 9 plus 25. And finally, the value of this expression is equal to 34. That's great. Option C is the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let's solve another tricky math question together. What is the value of the expression 14 minus 7 times open parenthesis 19 minus 9 close parenthesis? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? Let's go step by step and solve it together. In the first step, most people perform the subtraction between 14 and 7, which I have highlighted in blue. So, this expression simplified to 7 multiplied by 19 minus 9 inside the parentheses. In the next step, they calculate 19 minus 9 inside the parentheses, which becomes 7 multiplied by 10. And finally, the value of this expression must be equal to 70. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option D is the correct answer to this question. However, it's not the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we need to follow a rule that is called PEMDAS. PEMDAS shows us the priority of the order of operations. Okay, as you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have a subtraction sign, then a multiplication sign, and finally parentheses. We must start with the parentheses first, because they have a higher priority than the other operations. So, we can write this expression as 14 minus 7 multiplied by 10. In the final step, we move on to the multiplication between 7 and 10 because multiplication has a higher priority than subtraction. So, we rewrite this expression as 14 minus 7, which finally gives us the answer negative 56. Therefore, option A is the correct answer to this question.